Did you know that Michael Page is renowned as Venom? And he's one of the crazy good fighters to ever step in the world of MMA. In fact, he had been just one time knocked out in his entire career. Although Michael Venom Page has had countless fabulous knockouts over the years, I'll be showing his top 10 knockouts that I feel are worth adding to today's list. So, join me in today's video as I show you this robust, yet riveting fighter knocks down his opponents. Number 10. Shinzo Zaya. Zaya is a Japanese fighter who faced Michael Page in 2019. From the start of round 1, Zaya was not calm and collected under pressure. At the same time, Page was thinking on his feet and came up with strategies on the fly. As the fight started, Page was on top while Zaya was being repeatedly getting hit. And as the first round ended, Zaya was seriously injured, but yet he somehow managed to survive Page's smashing punches and flying kicks. Moreover, with the second round started, Page knew that he had a slight advantage over Zaya. So, he just found the right moment to turn his right hand spinning punch to smash Zaya's face, knocking him out. Number 9. Rainey. Rainey was one of the toughest fighters Michael Page has faced. In fact, his fight with him in May 2014 was pretty serious and competitive. At that time, Ricky was well known for his clean, elegant technique, and many experts had expected that Ricky would easily knock Page out. So Ricky was constantly trying to attack Page as the fight started, and aimed to grab his neck to control him. But Page never let that happen. At times, Page wasn't even looking at Ricky, which frustrated him greatly. Page was fighting psychologically, which made an experienced fighter like Ricky confused about how to act. After successfully demolishing Ricky's confidence, he finally knocked him out with a spinning fist punching strike on his face. Number 8. Castano. Castano faced Page in October 2017 in a professional boxing match. The fight was not too intense in the first round, as Page was just jabbing his opponent. However, Page was totally over Castano in the second round, and he was punching him from different angles while Castano was blocking every shot. Castano became extremely daunted and was losing momentum. He was trying hard to be dominant over Page, but Page was never letting that happen. Castano was finally bamboozled by Page's strong swinging right hand, and that punch was so fast that Castano had no clue where it came from. In this fight, Castano seemed just a punching bag in the ring, literally. Number 7. Jefferson George. In August 2012, Page fought with Jefferson George, which turned out to be one of the most memorable matches of his career. Page was roaming inside the ring from corner to corner, though he wasn't making many shots as the match started. He focused more on distracting Jefferson George. He was constantly seen making faces to annoy his opponent, and finally accomplished what he was trying to do. Both George and Page were seen as outstanding with their flying kicks and acrobatics, but these mainly were blocked and not on target. However, in the second round, without wasting much time, Page knocked out Jefferson George with his Venom Dance full-strength punch. Number 6. Dishman. Page took on Dishman in April 2012, while Ben was a debutant playing his first match. Though Ben started the match pretty sophisticatedly as he grabbed Page right away, Page easily managed to escape that grab. Ben was constantly trying to grab Page, but failed every single freaking time. This made him lose his confidence, which we've seen at the start of the match. And just after that, Page started to practice his Venom Dance moves on the ring. Moreover, Ben lost momentum and became defensive while Page kicked and punched him aggressively. Page kicked at his leg, which made Ben fall, and as he stood up, he was confused about Page's next shot. Page knocked him out with a spinning kick that was on spot as he hit directly on his face. Number 5. Richard Kiley. Michael Page had just recovered from a loss and faced Richard Kiley in September 2019. Their match was pretty hyped up as Richard and Page had a heated argument at the conference. Despite the loss in his last game, Page had the same attitude and fought even better. The fight became even more intense when Richard showed Page the middle finger, and the referee had to come ahead. Both fought vigorously after that, jumping onto each other until Page threw him down on the canvas. Page then started to punch his body from the top, and when he got better control over Richard, he indicated a selfie sign, which was against the rules and cost Page a point. After so many ups and downs in his match, Page jumped into the air and smashed Richard's face with his knee, which knocked him out right on the spot. Number 4. Rudy Bears. In July 2015, Rudy Bears and Michael Page face each other in a hyped match. This encounter lasted almost 1 minute, but in that 1 minute, we saw significant strikes from both sides. Rudy decided to attack and come forward, but Page punched him with his right hand, enough to knock out Rudy Bears. Rudy tried to stand, but the referee called it a knockout, as Page's punch was quite intense. Rudy Bears had an image of a great and experienced fighter, and no one had thought that Page would knock him out within just 60 seconds. Number 3. Evangelista Santos. Everyone was excited and thrilled that the two undefeated fighters would put on a spectacular show for the fans. But Michael Page had other plans. The first round was quite competitive, and each contender was equally dominant over each other. In the second round, Santos looked relatively easy to handle for Page, as he knew what Santos was trying to do. Santos became defensive and was losing control. When Santos punched him, he immediately blocked it and jumped high with his knee tilted towards Santos' face. As soon as Page's knee hit Santos, he collapsed onto the floor, knocking him out. Number 2. Charlie Ontiveros. This fight took place in October 2015 and can be termed as Page's one of the most top-notch performances. After 2 minutes into the first round, Page pushes Charlie into the cage wall and throws him down to the floor. Page had totally controlled him for 1 minute and was smacking in his face from time to time. Finally, Page smacked Charlie consecutively so hard in his neck and face that the referee raised his hand and stopped the fight. Number 1. Ryan Sanders. Well, this one's my favorite Michael Page knockout, as Page knocked out Ryan within the first 10 seconds of the first round. This competition was made penetrating even before it started, as the first debate between Michael Page and Ryan Sanders was a heated affair. The two men had a lot to say to each other, and the crowd seemed to be on their feet the entire time. Both contenders were pretty furious from the start and attacked each other, but most punches were really not on target. Ryan came forward to punch Page, but he missed it, giving Page an opportunity. And we all know what Page does when he gets an opportunity. He smacked Ryan's face with his right hand, knocking him out immediately. And that leads us to the end of today's video. So, what are your thoughts on these 10 smashing knockouts by Michael Page? Which do you think is the most aggressive one? Or if we missed any stunning knockout, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.